might as well edit this live.
Damn, I didn't even know Trip C's was live. Shit. Shame. I know, sis. I thought I forgot. I totally forgot. Well, matter of fact, I didn't even know that you were live. I saw you go live earlier, I think. So I figured that was your live for the day. I didn't know you was gonna go live again. I did say 5 or 6 though. I know I went live right after you. I just saw the notifications as I was. I know you heard it when I first pushed the live button. And Kyrie, I don't know if you hear, but yeah, that nigga talking about he gonna make it like a Bible or some shit like that. That's what I heard. And when he said that, I was like, man, cut this shit the fuck off. Fuck y'all got me in here listening to, cuz. Are you here? Yeah. And he says it in the beginning, man. I think it's somewhere in the beginning. He says something I all heard was something about a Bible. I'm gonna create something like a Bible or a Bible or some shit like that. I cut this shit the fuck off. I gotta go live and talk about this. My reaction needs to be fresh. See, motherfuckers be like, oh, you watch his videos. Yeah, live. I watch enough to know what to write in my title. I don't watch the whole video. Here at the goddamn thing, y'all, I rarely play an entire video. The video has to be like 5-10 minutes for me to play the whole video. But if it's like a 45 minutes, 20 minutes or more, I can get a whole 2-hour live out of a 15-minute video. I don't know how the fuck I was doing it, but I did it. People be like, what you gonna do when Pharaoh dies out or gets off the internet? Somebody will step up and take his place. They will. Somebody's always there to fill that void. The fuck y'all talking about? It's like the news. Content is content. It's not an obsession for me. It's just fucking content. If he makes great content, if he makes a content that's worth reacting to, I'm going to react to it. Right now, my fans like to see reactions to this. So that's what I'm going to give them. Well, not my fans, my followers. I ain't gonna get big headed like these niggas. My followers, the people who watch my channels. I wouldn't even call them followers. People who watch my channel. Said, well, won't be polite. You're going to jail now. What happened? Tripsies, if you in the matter of fact, let me ask her. Cause she live right now. Let me see what she talking about. Let's see what she talking about before we get into this. I'm not gonna take it off the screen. I'm gonna go to live on my phone.
Let's go back to China. Prevented from hearing what goes on in this courtroom.
Hold on. What's your thought on? I don't know. What happened? 7 years? Damn! Don't drop the soap, you nasty bastard. That's my thoughts. Quote me on that.
Anybody want to jump up?
My mother was a fucking, well, not.
I got time. About to let me off early.
She was a victim. My father had no business being with her. So, and I got babies, you nasty bastard. You going to jail now. Nico said, I'm going back and forth. You said that hat gets... Yo, somebody in the chat say something to him about it, too. Somebody was like, I wash my hat when I'm ready to go out. Somebody in the chat said something to him about it.
Showing up DJ Vision. I listen to
I'll wait till she starts playing the hearing. When she starts playing the hearing, I'll flip over to it. But we're going to give it like 2 more minutes for people to get into the building. And I charged my daughter's laptop up. Hopefully, I don't know what the fuck it's a little small. I hope this thing is fully charged. But I charged it up. It looked like the battery fuller than what the fuck it was. It was on E. And I got an hour and some change out of that. So, you know. I'm guilty as charged. I should play that Dewey Cox song. Anybody ever see the Dewey Cox story, Walk Hard? That is one of my all-time favorite movies. It is hilarious. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, but it's a song in that movie called Guilty as Charged. Your Honor, I'm guilty as charged. He started doing the cha-cha with it too. Yeah, I seen videos on Nature Boy. I did videos on Nature Boy before. When Nature Boy made his return, his last return, I reported on that like a motherfucker. See, that's why I don't get motherfuckers like when I get into like I'll do Young Pharaoh for like a couple months or so, and then I'll switch to something else because he'll die out, and then I'll come back to it once he gets back to his bullshit. But yeah, when Nature Boy, go to my channel, go look it up. I made a playlist. Look on my playlist. You'll see the list of names who I did videos on. You'll see Nature Boy, aka 3 God. Him and Young Pharaoh was butt buddies. You're going to jail now.
Right, so I have a 5
Hold up.
4-page plea agreement that was signed by the counsel defendants, signed on today's date. And on page 1, there is a line on paragraph 5. I cannot read what the handwriting says. So maybe somebody can assist.
Your Honor, the state has crossed out one line of paragraph 5 and has written on the side this crossed out line does not apply, and then initialed and dated.
Line does not apply. Okay, and that's your initials there.
The judge was like, "No shit, I don't care. We still proceed. I got the jury right outside the door."
You going to jail now?
He kept saying that. Well, y'all don't want to go to that. I got the jury right outside the door, and they read. Shoot, Judge Outfield was not playing with him today.
Before you proceed with the plea, we do have an amended.
Did they like take him in, right now, or did he have to like turn himself in like a week or something?
Is filing an amended information for purposes of the plea, and in contemplation of resolving the case of 2 counts of child abuse, aggravated, great bodily harm, or torture,
aggravated
in the first degree,
okay.
1 count of
contributing
to delinquency of a defendant.
That's all I needed to hear.
2 counts of Lord, I got the first and the second charge mixed up.
Can y'all hear it? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it.
Child abuse, aggravated, great bodily harm, or torture, felonies in the first degree, 1 count of contributing to delinquency of a dependent or dependency of a child, a misdemeanor in the first degree.
Damn.
So please arraign on the new information.
Going to jail now.
2 and 1.
A plea of guilty.
Okay, so he got 2 of the same charge, which is the first
His
degree
plea
felony,
is guilty.
and then he got that 1
Going to jail now, you nasty bastard.
Oh, he in jail now, Remy. He either in jail or in intake.
Oh, so she answered me. You going to jail now, you nasty bastard. That's all I needed to hear.
Statutes of limitations, because guess what? They just
That's all.
updated these. I told y'all when they did the continuous for that last one. I told y'all they just put them new laws into effect. And guess what? They already up.
Going to jail now. That's all I need to hear. Now let's get into this. So, for those of you who just getting into the building, what you just heard was Polight's court case earlier. 7 years, 10 years probation, guilty plea. You're going to jail now, you nasty bastard. That's my comment on that. I got babies. You nasty bitch. Aggravated R word. That's all I needed to hear, you nasty bastard. But dumb ass books not. What? Daryl Robinson. I don't even know what that even means. You speaking in riddles, bro. But anyway, in other news, old Sugarfoot went live at 4 o'clock in the morning last night. Well, this morning. 4 o'clock in the goddamn morning. Talking about I can't sleep. I'm up, y'all. I'm up researching and looking up stuff. You better be careful there, little buddy. You up getting high. You can't sleep because you can't sleep because you high. He said, who pissed on the lid of that cat? Everybody got that. I thought it was just me at first, but yeah, everybody noticing that cap. Somebody's gonna say something to him in that chat too. You can be like, I'll wash it when I'm ready to go out. Nah, nigga, go wash that shit now. You keep jumping on that joint with that dingy ass cap. You probably ain't gonna wear it no more, or you gonna clean it. Cause he sounded like he was embarrassed. But old Sugarfoot went live last night talking about some old shit about a Bible, making a Bible. Now he got all types of books. Bro, when did you write all these books? Because you saying you writing all these books, right? You maybe have had time to write a couple chapters of one book. But you ain't write all these books. You got a law book, some type of Bible, probably a manifesto. He got, he'll list it. It's like 13 books. Bro, when did you write all these books? You stream 24/7. And I have yet to see you write a book. I mean, you've done some videos clicking, but I don't hear no typing. Where are you writing these books? And who publishing them? And where can they be found?
What's up? Peace, peace, family. It's the General Froze. Welcome to another powerful.
Oh, wait, let me turn the volume up. And even with what's her face? Whatchamacallit?
Live stream.
Even if you was releasing the books through your own company, you still need somebody to print the books out. Who's printing the books out? Meaning who's publishing in them? Who's publishing them? You ain't got no money to publish that shit. You can keep saying, "Oh, I'm gonna release them on Otten." What's her face? Coma, what's up? Shama, what's up? AP in the building. Kyrie in the building. You ain't got no money to you can keep saying, "Oh, I'm releasing them on Otten." What's your face? But you, at the end of the day, you ain't got no money. You ain't got no money to mass produce all them books, and you ain't got no money to be wasting. Especially if it don't go the way you think it is. You ain't got that type of money to blow. There's the hole in that.
Oh, shit. Excuse me, I'm hot as hell. I've been up all night. I ain't gonna lie, I can't sleep.
I'm hot as hell. I've been up all night.
Just things I can't believe. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. There's just a lot of shit I can't believe. So I'm doing this to document. But like I said, I don't trust certain things. I don't trust certain situations. Like I said, I have and keep all my evidence, physical and digital copy if need be. Like I said, all my shit is done. My books is ready. I'm working on my last. I'm working on my last little things for my Buddhism books and Ottonism books. So when people ask me what's the teachings, I could just hand them the book. Like I said, I got an Egypt lecture too.
When did you write the book? Because last week you was working on your last little things for the law book. Before that, you was working on your last little things for something else. When did you start the law book? When did you start the Buddha book? That's the problem right there. When did you start these books? It takes a year or something, a couple months to a year to write a book, maybe longer. Some people spend years writing a book. You mean to tell me you just whipped up 3 books in a matter of 2-3 months? Get the fuck out of here. S. Pawn Chess, what's up? He said, rest in peace to the trees that they gotta use to print that shit out if he does. Facts.
That's infused with Japanese history. Teachings of Buddhism is in there. And then I'm also creating, I wouldn't say like a Bible per se, but like a pamphlet of just straight to the point.
Staples and printings.
3-4 pages just jam-packed with teachings, whether it be the Eightfold Path, the Middle Way. Matter of fact, let me make sure
Wait, 3-4 page? Wait. Nigga, that's not a book, that's a pamphlet. That might have answered my question. I asked you, how the fuck is you writing these books? So how you write 3 books in a matter of months? That might have answered my question. This nigga not writing books, he writing pamphlets. A book and a pamphlet is 2 different things, my man.
And packed with teachings, whether it be the 8 infused with Japanese history. Like I said, all my shit is done. My books is ready. I'm working on my last. I'm working on my last little things for my Buddhism books and Ottonism books. So when people ask me what's the teachings, I could just hand them the book. Like I said, I got an Egypt lecture too. That's infused with Japanese history. Teachings of Buddhism is in there. And then I'm also creating, I wouldn't say like a Bible per se, but like a pamphlet of just straight to the point teachings, maybe 3-4 pages, just jam packed with.
Yeah, he said a Bible pamphlet he's creating. I wasn't bugging.
Buddhism is in there. And then I'm also creating, I wouldn't say like a Bible per se, but like a pamphlet of just straight to the point teachings, maybe 3-4 pages.
He said I wouldn't say it was a Bible per se, but it's like a pamphlet. Sound like some cult shit to me, bro. Who stand on? Go back to my Spoonopian days when we was calling them the Spoonopians. I said this. I said, pretty soon you're gonna see Spoonopians on your corners with pamphlets and bean pies, bean pies and pamphlets. Go back to my video. Ask Trip C's. Ask anybody that was here last year. I said this shit. Yeah. People, somebody wrote in my chat, I meant my comment section, when I called myself the GOAT, cringe. This is why I do this, because I called shit last year and it comes to fruition. I said this shit last year. Next thing you know, you're going to have a Spoonopian pamphlet. Motherfuckers on the corner trying to sell you pamphlets and bean pies and pamphlets. Talking about, can you help support our Lord and Savior, Pharaoh, Aten, Allah, or some shit like that. I'm telling you. It's coming. It's coming. Motherfuckers ain't want to listen to me the first time I said it. Last year.
Pages is jam packed with teachings, whether it be the eightfold path, the middle way. Matter of fact, let me make sure I got the middle way in here. Let me look at my notes. Hold on. Let me make sure I put that in there. Just all of the basic ones, the virtues, etc. Hold on, the middle way.
Now you an expert in Buddhism? Wait a minute. Last year was Atonism. Then you jumped on Japan dick slowly, and you combine that with Buddhism, and now you're an expert in Buddhism. I can't make this shit up, y'all. You can't be an expert in this many things.
Love reviews. The enlightenment, avoid it.
Not even the fucking smartest people in the world is the expert in this much shit. Let me get you're the number one attorney, the number one PI, the number one debater, the number one researcher, the number one scholar, the number one historian, the number one healer, the number one polymath. That's 8. Nigga. People with IQs of 200 only master 3 or 4 things tops. That's 8 different things. You telling me that a high school dropout, middle school dropout, mastered. Nigga, you're bugging. Nigga ain't even got a high school diploma. Mastered 8 different things that it take a lifetime to master, like 1 or 2 of those things. He just picked the shit up in a couple months and mastered it. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. We need some IQ. He needs to take an IQ test to put this to bed. Because I'm pretty sure his IQ is going to be at like a fucking 50.
Got it. I got it. There is a middle way between the extremes of indulgences and self-denial, free from sorrow and suffering, this is the way to peace and liberation in this very life. And I didn't did teachings on that already.
Nigga, you did not write that yourself. Listen to what he just said. You copied and pasted that. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. You didn't write that.
And I didn't did teachings on that. Now free from
the way you read it, I can tell you didn't write it. You didn't write that yourself. That didn't come from your thoughts in your mind.
Got it. I got it. There is a middle way between the extremes of indulgences and self-denial, free from sorrow and suffering. This is the way to peace and liberation in this very life.
You see how he stutters? When you rap and write a rap, how are rappers able to rap it fluently without stuttering? It's not because they rehearse it. It's off of memory. It's off of thinking about it to the beat, feeling it, and flowing it. It's off of memory. That's why they're able to flow it so fluently without stuttering like that. When you don't write it, you have to rehearse it over and over again to get it fluently, because you need to get it in your memory, because you didn't write it or create it. When you stutter like that, reading something, you didn't write it. It didn't come from your own thoughts and brain. My nigga. So you just copying and pasting shit. Oh man, you don't even take it and write it in your own way. Researchers find things, take it and write it in their own way. They don't find things, copy it and paste it, and then be like, oh, this is my work.
Got it. I got it. There is a middle way between the extremes of indulgences and self-denial, free from sorrow and suffering. This is the way to peace and liberation in this very life.
In this very life.
On that already.
When has that ever been in his speech patterns? When is this very life ever been in his vocabulary? Don't worry, I'll wait. Now all of a sudden he able to come up with all this philosophical shit. Get the fuck out of here. You sound like you got that straight from a manuscript.
But this ain't what I wanted to talk about. This right here that I'm pulling up right now, y'all, is what I want to talk about.
That had dingy to the motherfucker, bro. You need to watch that ASAP. Take that bitch to the dry cleaners or something.
I'm gonna show 2 other videos I want to speak on first. So boom, this is one.
He shouldn't be reading like that if he didn't write it. Okay, Moet is back. The girl that was on, I think, Moet, are you the girl that was on the phone with him the other night? The one that ain't all the way there? He wouldn't be stuttering if he wrote it. Dumbass. When you write something, you write it fluently. I don't know what that comment meant. He shouldn't even be reading like that if he didn't write it. But you wouldn't stutter like that. If I write something down, I'm not going to stutter when I read it. Just like writing a rap and reciting it. Oh, meaning he shouldn't be. I'm sorry. My apologies. I read that wrong. I took that wrong. My bad. It was another girl over here named Moet that was swinging for him. I'm not sure if it was you or him, or you or her. And it was another girl. It was a couple of y'all. I'm not sure if y'all was the same person. and he was on the phone with a girl named Moet that wasn't all the way there. So my apologies. If that wasn't a troll. But yeah, it's like when you write down a rap and you're able to recite it fluently is because it's off memory, because it came from your brain. You wrote it down. But when you get to stuttering, he said, "No, sir, I would never." Yeah, my apologies. That's my fault. I jumped the gun on that. Adrian, what's up? But yeah, when you write something and you recite it, it's fluent. You don't stutter step through the words and you go, looking at it. That means you didn't write it.
Execution. It sounds like you were there at the military tribunal. Were you there? No. Okay, what's your source of information that Hillary was executed as you described here on video? Execution. It sounds like you were there at the military tribunal.
Wow. That was stupid. Did y'all not hear what that video was just playing? I did not see that part. He just exposed himself and where he got that Hillary Clinton shit from. Listen, they say something about the tribunal. Now I know where you found the article and where you got. First, you were stealing the shit from Robert Steele. But now I know where you got the article from. You saw this video about the tribunal and then found the article and was like, I got Hillary. Whoa, nigga. That is total delusions of grandeur. Listen to what the video is playing. He just exposed. I don't think he meant to play this video.
So boom, this is one.
Absolutely. Hillary Clinton's execution. It sounds like you were there at the military tribunal. Were you there? No. Okay, what's your source of information that Hillary was executed as you described here on video? Execution. It sounds like you were there at the military tribunal.
Something about it, the tribunal. Now, if you go to his credentials, there's an article on there that says Tribunal, International Tribunal, gets Hillary, U.S. government convicted of crimes of humanity. Now, I'm not saying that this is true, but that's very interesting. That's very interesting. He said he spelled Old English 800 on that hat. Daryl can't get past that hat. I couldn't get past it the other day neither. It was bothering me. First, I thought it was a shadow. And then that shadow kept getting bigger.
I'm not gonna harm you. I'm not gonna put my hands on you. I'm not gonna put my hands on you. You can call your sister.
34 people in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
All right, cool. I got my last video up. All right, here we go. All right, I said that to say this. I am not racist at all.
That's a lie.
I'm not racist at all. You feel what I'm saying? Please don't tell me to clean my hat. I'm rocking my dirty white hat on purpose. When it's time for me to step out, I have my clean white one on.
See, somebody said something to him about that. Hey, Daryl, I told you we wasn't the only one who noticed that dirty ass hat. He said, please don't tell me to clean my hat. I'll put my fresh white one on. Nah, you ain't got no fresh white one, nigga. If you had a fresh white one, you'd be wearing it instead of that dingy ass one. Come on, bro. The nigga with the biggest ego in the fucking world is trying to tell us that if he had a crispier hat, he would have put that on instead of wearing that dingy ass hat he got on now. Get the fuck out of here.
Racist at all. I'm not racist.
And let's unpack that. I'm not racist, nigga. You are totally racist. Every time you talk about something, the first thing you narrow in on is their race. I don't know. She was some Mexican lady. And then you'll be like, oh, the Muslims ain't no good. Anytime you get into an argument with somebody, you all of a sudden you got beef. That whole group of people, whatever group or race or ethnicity that person belongs to, that whole group did something to him after that. One Haitian allegedly tried to rob him in Miami or something like that. And then all of a sudden, it's the Haitians that tried to rob me. One more showed up to his shit trying to one of his lectures, checking him. It was the Moors who did it, plural. You see what I'm? You see what I'm? What do you get? What I'm saying here? Whenever somebody goes at him, he blames whatever group that person belongs to. It's that whole group.
Racist at all. You feel what I'm saying?
Nigga, you just
Please don't tell me to clean my hat. I'm rocking my dirty white hat on purpose. When it's time for me to step out, I have my clean white one on. But long story short, I want to say this. I am not racist at all. Have never been racist. Nobody in the world has ever seen me be racist besides when a racist white person start with me.
Look, smoker jaw, twinkle, twinkle, because you know in the back of his mind, he fucking lying. Nigga, GG33 didn't say one racist thing about you. Not one racist thing about you, bro. And you hurled the most racist shit I've ever seen being hurled at a white person in one fucking day, in one sitting, bro. You hurled more racial slurs and you called him a monkey, a Neanderthal, a cracker, and then try to spin it around and say that he was racist. Bro, you discriminate against black people every fucking day. You say you're only hiring Asians in your administrations. Only Asians could be over there. That's fucking racist. That's racist. I don't think he knows what the definition of racist is.
Because I treat them the way I treat my baby mother. I'm not going to hit you first, but bitch, don't swing at me. Like I said, I've never hit my baby mothers. I've never beat a woman, but at this point in my life, I'm at the point where, and I'm on the phone with a woman right now. I'm not going to reveal her identity, but like I said, I don't believe she believes I'm a threat to her or whatever it be, but I'm at the point in my life right now where I look good. I like my teeth. I like the way I look. I think I'm very handsome. I ain't got time for no woman trying to knock my shit out or fuck me up because bitches was raised to be hitting niggas, and we live in a world, or especially a country at least, where they just let motherfuckers run lawless and just do what the fuck they want to do. So
now, I told y'all the other day that he's easing into admitting that he beats up women. He went from I don't hit women at all to if they hit me first, I'm gonna knock a bitch out. I like good. I want my teeth. Bro, you sound like a beta male who's making excuses to fight women. As someone that has been trained professionally and fought professionally in the ring, you know that there are hundreds of ways to de-escalate a woman swinging on you without throwing a punch or harming her. But you're choosing to harm them. That's some bitch shit, bro. No matter how you slice it, you can say they swung on me. I look good and I want to keep my teeth and I ain't got time. You sound like a bitch, bro. That's some beta male shit to say. You're a beta. Hassan was right, bro. You got a woman trying to get out of you with your sweet ass. What man? What kind of man says, I look good, I want to keep all my teeth. I ain't got no time for women to be out here suing because they was raised to suing on men. That sound like some fresh and fit shit. You see what happened to them goofy niggas? That sound like some beta male shit. And then you just came up with one of the ultimate beta male excuses to harm them. And like I said, as a professional fighter, you're not going to get away with, oh, they swung on me first, I was defending myself. Because there are so many ways to to de-escalate the situation without harming her. You can restrain her without harming her. Not even throwing a punch. You don't even got to throw a punch. Nothing. You can restrain her. Hold her arms. You're stronger than her. Bear hug her until she stopped trying to swing. But no, you're choosing to throw punches and swing back. Bitch nigga shit. You're a coward. You're a coward.
So I'm at a point in my life right now where I just want every woman to know, like, bitch,
any nigga that can fire a gun into a house that has his children in it, not just his baby mom, his children were in that house. He was aware of it too. And then he says shit like this. This is beta male coward shit. That's the only way to slice it. Beta male coward shit. Jenny, I'm glad you were able to catch a live.
I don't hit first. I don't hit.
Peace and welcome.
If I got to hit your ass, it's a life or death situation and you not listening or something of the nature.
A life or death situation. Even if she got a knife or a gun, you can't take the gun from her. You're not strong enough to take the gun from her. If you can, if you're somehow able to take the gun without harming yourself or her. See, you notice he doesn't throw that option out there. If I'm somehow able to de-escalate the situation without harming her, I will. You notice that's not even an option. Notice that part.
Because other than that, I'm not dealing with no female that don't basically...
Double O, welcome back.
I'm not dealing with no female that if I'm out in public and I say I'm ready to go, she don't know how to get the fuck in the car. Because at the end of the day, that could be that split 30 seconds that you doing whatever the fuck you doing out there could be a light. You could turn that into the end of my life.
What?
Period. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. There you go.
And I'm not going with no woman who don't got intuition, who don't...
How could that split 30 seconds be the end of your life, my nigga? So what you're trying to say is you're a paranoid coward. You're scared everywhere you go. So if you tell her to get in the car and she doesn't get in the car, you're going to beat her up because that could be the end of your life. Is that what you just did? I want to make sure that's what he said, y'all. I don't mean to keep reminding it, but I want to make sure that's what he said.
Female that if I'm out in public and I say I'm ready to go, she don't know how to get the fuck in the car. Because at the end of the day, that could be that split 30 seconds that you doing whatever the fuck you doing out there could be a light. You could turn that into the end of my life.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. Just when I thought you couldn't get any more cowardly, that's what you said. Courage the cowardly dog. Courage the cowardly dog. He lives in the middle of nowhere with his owner Mariel and her husband Eustace bag. Courage the Cowardly Dog, y'all. He said, it could be a life or death situation. Like if I'm out in public and I'm ready to go and she don't get the fuck in the car, at the end of the day, that split 30 seconds could be the end of my life. Translation. I'm a bitch ass nigga. I'm paranoid everywhere I go because I know I pissed a lot of black people off for scamming them. So when I'm out in the public and I'm scared and ready to go, and I tell her to get the fuck in the car, if she doesn't get in the car right away, I'm gonna beat her up because that could be the end of my life. Sound about right? Put a 1 in the chat if that sound about right. Put a 1 in the chat if that sound about right to you. Sounds like what he said. This is some Courage the Cowardly Dog shit, bro. This is embarrassing. This is really embarrassing. I'm kind of embarrassed for him that you said this. Be honest with you, bro. I'm kind of embarrassed for you that you said something like this. Like on some real shit, all jokes aside. I'm kind of embarrassed for you that you said some old goofy shit like this out your goddamn mouth.
Period. Do you agree with that?
And then she got
I agree
Captain.
with that. And I'm not going with no woman who don't got
Captain
intuition,
Yes
who
Woman.
don't know how to tell me it might be time to go if I don't see it. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Like I said, I like
just
good
canceled his own
chemistry.
argument out.
But like I said, I've never been a woman beater. I'm gonna continue to say that to the day I die. But outside that, like I said, bitch, if your ass start trying to punch me and hit me,
you can say it all you want. That's not gonna make it
you got
true.
a lot of fat bitches out there that like to take a swing. Like I said, bitch, from here on out, if one of
There's
y'all
a lot of fat bitches like to take a
swing on me because
swing.
y'all think y'all fat as hell or y'all think y'all bigger.
Basically,
I'm gonna be honest
talking
with you.
about
I'm gonna try to
baby
split
mom.
your fucking face open with an elbow. Like I said, I'm gonna make
I'm
sure
gonna split your face open with an elbow.
Females do.
This
I'm
is a
telling you,
direct
females
threat.
do a lot of shit and play victim, but them days is over. But
hold on, let me
keeping it pushing. I wanted to say that to say this. I don't trust the United States government.
well, let me fix this.
And whether they say it's squash or whatever, I got my
Bro, this is some coward shit, bro.
Because y'all think y'all fat as.
This is a direct threat to his baby mom.
But like I said,
if you think about it, you say you be with nothing but bad bitches. So you saying you're gonna be around fat? Well, big women could be bad too. But you saying you're gonna be around big bitches too? That's what you're saying. You're gonna be around big women too? You be around big women? That's what you pulling? What big women would just out of the blue want to hit you? Other than what would even want to hit you? Other than getting into an altercation with your baby mom. This is a direct threat to Camille. But listen to what he's saying. This is some coward shit.
And I'm not dealing with no female that if I'm out in public and I say I'm ready to go, she don't know how to get the fuck in the car. Because that.
You just canceled out your argument, jackass. You just wanted to threaten women. What you just said canceled out your argument, canceled out everything you just said before that. You said, if I'm ready to go and a chick ain't ready to go, that could end my life. So basically saying I'm gonna beat her up if I tell her to get in the car and she don't know when to get in the car. And then say, I'm not gonna be out with a chick that doesn't know how to get in the car when it's time to. So what was the point of saying what you just said before that other than to make a direct threat to women? You had absolutely no reason to say that other than to just threaten women. None. Because he canceled that. Do you agree? Do y'all agree? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. He just canceled out what he just said before, and the only reason why he said it was to make a direct threat to Camille and women. You're not going to be around what big women you plan on being around with, getting into an altercation with, other than your baby Camille. Talking about you going elbow them and split their forehead open. Why would you want to elbow a woman in her head and split her forehead open anyway? Why would you do that to a woman, you fucking coward? You're a coward, bro. First you say a woman needs to know when to get in the car or I'm going to beat her up because that could be the end of my life. And then say, first of all, I'm not going to be out with a woman who don't know when to get in the car. So why did you say what you just said beforehand, other than to make a direct threat to women? You're a fucking coward, bro.
Because at the end of the day, that could be that split 30 seconds of you doing whatever the fuck you doing out there could be a light. You could turn that into the end of my life. Period. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
I agree with that. And I'm not going with no woman who don't got intuition, who don't know how to tell me it might be time to go if I don't see it. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So like I said, I like good chemistry. But like I said,
he said, no, wait, I was wrong. That makes it even worse. He said, who don't know how to tell me if I don't see it. So that means, bro, everything you just said before that was just the threaten women, bro. Oh, man. I never seen such a big
never been a woman beater. I'm going to continue to say that to the day I die. But outside that, like I said, bitch, if your ass start trying to punch me and hit
Hold on for a second.
About to have when they come on at that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you bigger. Like I said, you got a lot of fat bitches out there that like to take a swing. Like I said, bitch, from here on out, if one of y'all fat ass bitches or one of y'all swing on me because y'all think y'all fat as hell or y'all think y'all bigger, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to try to split your fucking face open with an elbow.
He said, first he tried, this is how you know that this is directed at Camille. He insulted them first. What did big women do to you? You're mad at all big women because Camille trashed you because Camille and her cousins trashed you at that birthday party? It sounds like they trashed you and you want your revenge. Because if you had won the fight or at least walked away with your dignity, you wouldn't even worry about it. You wouldn't be making threats. You would know that you had gotten your point across. The only way you would keep making these threats is if you feel as though you didn't get your point across. They worked you over in that fight. You didn't do what you wanted to do in that fight, and you're butthurt about it. Bro, this is some coward shit. You throw an insult. This is how you know it's directed at Camille. You throw an insult and then be like, and then a threat right afterwards. Like big women is just, every big woman is just coming up to you trying to swing on you. The only big woman you had a fight with was Camille.
Like I said, I'm gonna make sure for the rest of your life you remember that. Females do. I'm telling you, females do a lot of shit.
I'm
Y'all bigger.
gonna make sure for the rest of your life you remember that. Yeah, they worked him over in that party. They worked that nigga over. Her and her cousins, they worked that nigga over. They knocked that nigga block off. He walked away in his back pocket. And he been upset about it ever since that day.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna try to split your fucking face open with an elbow. Like I said, I'm gonna make sure for the rest of your life you remember that. Females do. I'm telling you, females do a lot of shit and play victim, but them days is over. But
look at Anonymous. Look at this. He condones this shit. This nigga be in my chat making all types of excuses for him beating up Golden Booty and Camille. Golden Booty broke into his house. No, the assistant let her in. Who the assistant or the camera guy or whoever that was confirmed it. 2, so your baby mama allegedly breaks into her house to get her shit that you're holding hostage, and you beat her up. That's your excuse? Camille swung on him first. That's your excuse for knocking her the fuck out and spitting on her? Anonymous he holding the Pharaoh nuts a lot. He trying to get chose. Anonymous trying to get fucked.
keeping it pushing, I wanted to say that to say this. I don't trust the United
He
States
anonymously
government.
trying to get clapped. Get them cheeks
Whether they
clapped.
say it's squash or whatever, I got my W. I'm moving on to build undefeated and build our nation undefeated. But like I said, I quest 0 point energy. If Japan has 0 point energy, I'm good. I don't need to deal with nobody. I'm not dealing with Caucasians. Arabs are also genetically considered Caucasians. And they the ones that started the slave trade. So if I deal with the white man, I'm dealing with the Arab.
So you're not dealing with the white man and Arabs? That's not racist? That's not racist? You keep blaming them for something that their ancestors did a couple thousand years ago? That's racist. That's prejudice. You racist and prejudice. Bro, you a bigot.
But deal with that.
For someone who claims that he fights for fights against racial intolerance or fights for racial justice, you sure deal out a lot of racial intolerance and racial injustice. Yep, they got the hiccup.
The Arab is still dealing with a Caucasian. When, like I said, they act like they got beef on the front end, but they clicked up on the back end and that Freemasonry shit. I'm not dealing with that. However the fuck they make their money is probably through human trafficking or the Libyan slave trade. Anyway, I don't want shit to do with that. I don't got shit to do with that. I make my money coming out doing community events. But my thing is, I find it hard for the United States to believe.
I strongly doubt you're going to make money off of community events because in the beginning of the summer, you said that you put yourself on tour. You have a whole tour coming and you was going to be on tour all summer. We haven't seen you leave that house the whole summer. And we're in September. Everything that this man has said he's going to do in the past 2 years, he hasn't done. He's about to be in a Star Wars movie. 2 Star Wars movies have come out since. No young Pharaoh. He's going to be in the Power Rangers. The next Power Rangers. He's going to be the next Egyptian Power Rangers. Netflix just dropped a Power Rangers joint. No young Pharaoh. Reality TV. No young Pharaoh. Ninja Turtles, no young Pharaoh. Texas actually collected the money, no young Pharaoh. I'm telling y'all, that's bullshit. The community work gonna be his next scam. He's gonna set up a whole bunch of events, collect the money, and all of a sudden, he's gonna make an excuse not to do it.
That whether they tell me they assassinated somebody or not, they did not confirm the kill. And telling me you did something don't mean you did it, because we all know from World War II they'll lie about not only killing somebody, they'll lie about how the fuck the war ended. That's how the fuck we get to me representing Japan in the restoration of their sovereignty, and then working with me via Odd Nation, or even if they have to join Odd Nation to get their sovereignty back, because I'm a sovereign monarch king, whatever the case may be. You know,
because you're a sovereign monarch king. What? Okay.
We're gonna figure that out, because that's how the fuck we got to induce contracts.
Wait. I just caught that too. He said if Japan gotta join Odd Nation to get their sovereignty back. At this point, man, it's like you just saying shit to stay relevant. At this point, like, it's beyond crazy, and he's just saying whatever to stay relevant. That is partially him being crazy and partially him trying to stay relevant.
And contract fraud with the 1955 treaty between Japan and the U.S. because whatchamacallit, the Japanese unknowingly signed with the Germans. So like I said, just like you told us you killed Hillary, you know, you may or may not have, but nigga.
Wait, how did they unknowingly sign with the Germans just because? So wait, his reason, I remember him talking about this. He said because the United States incorporated German scientists into NASA, that means the United States tricked Japan into signing with the Germans. Nigga, if you think that's going to get there, if you think that's your plea, that's your case, I don't know, bro. If that's your case and that's your plea, you better go back to the drawing board.
We're going to figure that out, because that's how the fuck we got to induce contracts and contract fraud with the 1955 treaty between Japan and the U.S. because whatchamacallit, the Japanese unknowingly signed with the Germans. So like I said, just like you told us you killed Hillary, you know, you may or may not have, but nigga, I take that shit with the same grain of salt as them killing Hitler. Matter of fact, let me ask you a question. So Hillary, you know, you may or may not have, but nigga, the Japanese unknowingly signed with the Germans. So like I said, just like you told us you killed Hillary, you know, you may or may.
When did the government kill Hillary? I don't watch the news like that. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? When the fuck did the government kill Hillary Clinton? More like Hiccup Wars. Nah, Star Wars, Return of the Hiccups.
The Japanese unknowingly signed with the Germans. So like I said, just like you told us you killed Hillary, you know, you may or may not have, but nigga, I take that shit with the same grain of salt as them killing Hitler. Matter of fact, let me ask you a question. And I put this shit in one.
I knew I wasn't bugging, but he said that. He had me kind of confused. Like, did I miss something? I know I don't watch the news, but did I miss something? When the fuck did they kill Hillary? I'm pretty sure that would have been all over every social media headline ever. Even if I don't watch the news, I would have saw it on social media somewhere. When the fuck did they kill? When did the government kill Hillary?
In one of my lectures, right?
He said that hat finna piss me off.
Do you watch the scary movies before I play these videos? Do you watch the scary movies?
No.
Okay, well, I got a scene. I actually have one in my PowerPoint here. I'm not gonna bring it up though. But
So you got a scene in your
in one of the scary movies, it's a scene where Mike Tyson come out and Hitler come out in the boxing match, or I think it's Lil Nicky, or one of them shits. I think it's Lil Nicky where they shove a pineapple up Hitler ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, right now, I haven't
Nicky,
actually done anything that's anti-Semitic, and I was called that's anti-Semitic. But them shoving a pineapple up Hitler ass, I'm pretty sure Germany will feel some type of way about that. But whether they do or they don't, I don't know. I know Germany better give me my
what? Nigga, I'm pretty sure nobody would call Adam Sandler a Jewish man, you jackass. Anti-Semitic for shoving a pineapple up Hitler's ass in Little Nicky, bro. How dumb could you be? You didn't know Adam Sandler was Jewish? Well, he wasn't the one doing it, but it was his movie. And most of his friends are Jewish too. And most of his friends are all in his movies. I don't think they would be mad at a Jewish man for making a movie with Hitler getting a pineapple shoved up his ass. I strongly doubt that. I'm pretty sure Germany wouldn't be mad neither. So what you trying to say? Germany still loves Hitler?
Hitler ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, right now, I haven't actually done anything that's anti-Semitic, and I was called that's anti-Semitic. But them shoving a pineapple up Hitler ass, I'm pretty sure Germany will feel some type of way about that. But whether they do or they don't, I don't know. I know Germany better give me my money for this fucking cybercrime and this life insurance scam and the shit they just did. But I said,
say what now? Wait, hold up. Now Germany owes you money for a cyber. Oh, hold on, let me make sure I heard this correctly.
Anti-Semitic, and I was called that's anti-Semitic. But them shoving a pineapple up Hitler ass, I'm pretty sure Germany will feel some type of way about that. But whether they do or they don't, I don't know. I know Germany better give me my money for this fucking cybercrime and this life insurance scam and the shit they just did.
Why is Germany giving you money for it?
But I say to say this, outside them feeling some type of way about that or not, how the fuck do we know that's not the real Hitler?
Right.
Because if y'all, like I said, I've been did lectures.
I quit. I fucking quit. And she said, right. This goofy broad said, right. He said, how we know that wasn't the real Hitler getting a pineapple shoved up his ass in the Little Nicky movie? Because Hitler would be old. He would have been like fucking 80. He'd have been in his 70s, 80s. The fuck are you talking about? The guy who got a pineapple shoved up his ass was in his 30s. 40s. He wasn't nowhere near no 80. I'll tell you that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The next country is going to be Russia. You're going to be like, Russia owe me money for human trafficking in Ukraine or some shit like that. Next going to be Russia and Ukraine owe him money for human trafficking. But he said, how you know that wasn't the real Hitler? Because the guy would have been old than dirt.
You better give me my money for this fucking cybercrime and this life insurance scam and the shit they just did.
Turned up
but I say outside of them feeling some type of way about that or not, How the fuck do we know that's not the real Hitler?
Right.
She said,
Because
right.
y'all, like I said, I've been did lectures years ago admitting that they know how to clone. But my point is this: how the fuck do they know that that's not the real Hitler? How the fuck do we know that that's not the real Hitler? Because who the fuck would just willingly play the role of Hitler? We don't know where the fuck.
Actors. What do you mean who will willingly play the role of Hitler? What the fuck are you talking about? You know how many movies where people played Hitler? And you can obviously tell that it's a different actor. And why would Hitler volunteer to play a role of him getting a pineapple shoved up his ass? Think about what you just said, you doofus. Why would somebody of Hitler's stature do something like that? The motherfucker murdered people on a daily basis if you looked at him wrong. You think he's going to volunteer to play a part of him playing himself, getting a pineapple shoved up his ass?
Fuck you got that motherfucker from? We don't know his real age. We don't know his address. All we know is that motherfucker is in a movie. We don't know if these motherfuckers in these movies be human trafficking victims or whatever. You could be forcing somebody to act like that.
What?
Okay then. So if this motherfucker got the nerve.
Oh my God, I think he might be on shrooms again. Because the last time he said this shit was the shroom trip. Oh shit, I think he might be on shrooms again. The last time he said this was when he was on the shrooms and he kept putting a knife to the neck girl, the girl neck, saying, "You can't fake fear. The kids is up there. We going up."
Nerve to sit up here and say, "Oh, that's not the real Joe Biden. We killed him years ago. That's a clone or a replacement."
When did they say
First
that?
First of all, and I said this to you off camera, I'm gonna say it to you again. I'm gonna say it in front of the world. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you killed. If you can't tell me.
Wait, they killed Hillary and Joe Biden? When did they? When the fuck was this?
Know his
lost.
Address. All we know is that motherfucker is in a movie. We don't know if these motherfuckers in these movies be human trafficking victims or whatever. You could be forcing somebody to act like that.
Facts.
Okay then. So if this motherfucker got the nerve to sit up here and say, "Oh, that's not the real Joe Biden. We killed him years ago. That's a clone or a replacement." First of all, and I said,
when did they say that? When would the? Where is he getting this information from?
It's to you off camera. I'm gonna say it to you again.
Can you cite your sources, sir?
I'm gonna say it.
A valid source?
I don't give a fuck who the fuck you killed. If you can't tell me why the fuck you killing him before you kill him,
dude got Hitler mustache.
And then get the approval universally, and then kill him in front of everybody and let us confirm it, I don't want to hear shit you got to say. Because if you rightfully felt justifiable about killing somebody, you would tell the world why you want to kill that motherfucker, right or wrong.
Right.
Okay. And then on top of that, how you gonna not confirm the body, but then tell us that's a plant, and then you saying, "Oh, I can't give you no information." First of all, why the fuck did you not even tell me that you had the ability to put a fake ass leader up there?
Right.
Were you up here?
And then my question is this: as far as extraterrestrials go, even on The Simpsons, I've been pointing this out, but even for thousands of years, I've been telling people this. How the fuck do we know that these extraterrestrials that's been trying to invade the planet have not been here for thousands of years, and they just keep re-electing their own goddamn self in different forms because they putting masks on and coming the fuck outside?
Thanks.
Nigga, you got that from Stargate. I know exactly where you got that from. Stargate. You got that from Stargate, nigga. Raw kept taking bodies and putting his consciousness in a newer, younger body, and re-electing basically keeps, to hold his power. There's a couple other movies like that too, where the officials keep cloning and regenerating themselves and re-electing themselves.
And this Illuminati bloodline, that's what the fuck it is. It's just the same motherfuckers keep going in a leader, still in a leadership position.
Bro, that's
what the fuck they did.
101.
Did she too? But I said this say, like I said, no disrespect to the US. I don't trust motherfuckers that got all them secrets. I don't trust motherfuckers that got all them secrets. Like I ain't got time for that. Like I said, I don't trust this motherfucker. I ain't no terrorist. Have I ever told you to go outside and do?
No. You know who's a worse liar and somebody you shouldn't trust even more? Somebody who will admit to doing something and then later on turn around and say he never said it. Even though he admitted it in front of the world on camera. And then when you show him the evidence, he still say he didn't say it. That's somebody who you shouldn't
Do
trust.
something violent?
No.
Okay, then. Like I said, only thing I tell people is to read and research. And I tell motherfuckers, if you want to get militant with me or you want to join with me, we're going to do that shit the right way. We're going to go through the military, the Asian militaries. Like I said, the Asian communities have done their dirt too. And they've done their organ harvesting and their organ trafficking too. And I don't know why. And I'm going to talk to their leaders to see why as well. But as long as they vow and promise to cut that shit out. And
wait a minute. Organ trafficking and human trafficking is basically the same thing, because you think they didn't traffic some people across border lines to harvest their organs? You think that never happened? You think in the organ donating trafficking business, you mean to tell me nobody thought, instead of finding volunteers, willing volunteers, it would be more lucrative to kidnap motherfuckers, hold them against their will, transfer them across border lines, and harvest their organs? You think that never happened? Nigga, you're bugging. You're just a fucking, you're a hypocrite. That's what you are. And you got pics. You'll see two groups doing the same thing and judge one group for doing that very thing and then say, oh, I need to talk to the other group. And if they vow to stop doing it, then we can work together. Nigga, what? You're a weirdo, nigga. You a weirdo. You need help.
Japan, I don't know if Japan has been involved in organ harvesting. I know Gigi has for sure, but I to be honest, I don't think Japan has been involved in that. I haven't seen nothing on Japan or Korea. I don't know.
Yeah. Didn't he just say he knows they did?
Like I said, the Asian communities have done their dirt too, and they've done their organ harvesting and their organ trafficking too, and I don't know why. And I'm gonna talk to their leaders to see why as well. But as long as they vow and promise to cut that shit out, and Japan, I don't know if Japan has been in.
Oh, he said the Asian community, but notice he never gives you a date on or a timeline and when he's supposed to be talking to these leaders. He just says he's going to. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Captain, I'm gonna call you Captain Going To. That's your name, Captain Going To, or Mr. Going To. Captain sounds better. Captain Going To. Because you always going to do something, but never do it.
Involved in organ harvesting. I know Gigi has for sure, but I to be honest, I don't think Japan has been involved in that. I haven't seen nothing on Japan or Korea. Only motherfucker I seen involved in that is Gigi. And like I said, shit, if I got to get my baby mama out of trouble, I got to get Gigi ass out of trouble. But long story short, I said to say this. Whatchamacallit?
He said he got to get his baby mama out of trouble. For what? What did you have to get her out of trouble for?
Gigi. And like I said, shit, if I got to get my baby mama out of trouble, I got to get Gigi ass out of trouble.
What do you need to get your baby mama out of trouble for?
But long story short, I said to say this. Whatchamacallit? Especially on behalf of racism, but I said to say this. I trust an Asian administration way more than I trust the white administration. And the reason I don't trust the black administration, because no matter if you think you got a black administration, you still gonna have a white administration, because that Muslim or that white man gonna be talking to that black man. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, just like the NOI, we don't want no. We want no. You want me to be a real leader, right? You don't want me to go.
You can't, bro. Your do you agree is way it should you can. It's clearly suggestive. Objection, Your Honor. Leading the witness. Every time you say "Do you agree," it's forcibly suggestive. If I said that right. I feel like you're forcing her to agree. Do you agree? And if she don't agree with you, you're going to cuss her out and tell her she's a dumb bitch and she don't know shit and blah, blah, blah.
They go out there
And
like
then all of a sudden black women going to be all types of dumb bitches.
Be telling you bullshit that's really somebody else telling me to tell you, correct?
Right.
Okay. So I said I did say that.
Correct.
I'm going with the Asians. I'm going with that. I'm going to talk to the Asians. The Asians going to talk to the black community, and the black community is going to talk to whoever the fuck I want them to talk to.
So let me get this straight. You want black people to donate money to you so you can hire you can hire other people instead of them, so you can refuse to hire them. You want black people to give you money to start your shit up so you can refuse to hire them, and then when they need answers about where their money is going and what is being done with their money, they gotta go ask the Asians. What type shit is this? That nigga is telling you that he wants y'all to give him money to start his businesses and everything, all his other ventures that he's trying to get into, so he can refuse to hire you. And then when you want answers on where your money is going, you got to go through the Asians. Do you agree? Right. This is some off the wall crazy shit. This nigga need to get some serious help.
Through me, and you gonna know it's me, because I'm gonna tell the Asians and they gonna tell them, and they gonna tell the rest of the world. Do you think that that's a fair chain of command and filter? No. Like me at the top. Asians is my administrators. Maybe a couple black people that I may or may not trust. We'll see. But me at the top. Asians is my administrators. Black.
Nah, nigga, don't try to switch it up when she tell you no. That's not fair. Oh, me a couple black people try to make her feel comfortable. No, you meant what you said the first time. We want to talk to you. We got to go through the Asians. If we want to know what's being done with our money, we got to go through the Asians. And when she tell you, no, that ain't right, nigga. No. I mean, a couple black people. No, I don't know. No. You meant
community, and the black community is going to talk to whoever the fuck I want them to talk to through me. And you going to know it's me, because I'm going to tell the Asians and they going to tell them, and they going to tell the rest of the world. Do you think that that's a fair chain of command and filter? No. Like me at the top. Asians is my administrators. Maybe a couple black people that I may or may not trust. We'll see. But me at the top. Asians is my administrators. Black people that I trust carry out the orders. Do you think that's a good setup?
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because that's
what you see. Oh, maybe a couple black people that I trust in administrating. He's still telling you that a majority black people are still going to have to bow down to Asians in order to deal with him. That's to sum it all up. To sum it all up. Black people is going to have to bow to Asians in order to deal with him.
What it is. That's what it is. And the reason I don't want no black
Black
administration
people
is because,
always
like I
at the
said, at
bottom.
the end of the day, all y'all do is betray motherfuckers. All somebody got to do is come to y'all with a dollar amount that I trust carry out the orders. Do you think that's a good setup?
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because that's what it is. That's what it is. And the reason I don't want no black administration is because, like I said, at the end of the day, all y'all do is betray motherfuckers. All somebody got to do is come to y'all with a dollar amount, and y'all gonna betray a motherfucker. I don't know a black leader that a nigga ain't betrayed yet. And like I said, I'd rather go with Japan because they got a
Nigga, are you serious? Yeah, and I hope you're including yourself in that list because you betrayed your whole community for a couple of dollars. You betrayed your entire community for a couple of dollars and got the motherfucking unmitigated gauze, the audacity of this nigga.
got a
That's
little
why
bit
you
more,
slamming
a
it
lot
down.
of bit more honor than y'all niggas. And I ain't saying betrayal.
I got more honor,
with
nigga.
anybody, but I take my chances with.
So a man who just said that he's gonna be, if a woman, a man that just said, I look good. I want to keep all my teeth, so if, I'm gonna beat a woman up. That's honorable. If a bitch don't know when to get in the car, I'm gonna beat her up. That's honorable. Shooting in a house with your baby mom and your kids in it, knowing that they're in it, is honorable. Scamming your community is honorable. Collecting money off of someone's death is honorable. Stealing a logo from an orphanage is honorable. I must not know what the fuck honorable is.
A Japanese administration all day before I take my chances with niggas in America. I just, you know what I'm saying? Hell to the no. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, then shit. In Korea and Vietnam, and damn sure Vietnam. And let me be specific: North Korea. Kim Jong Un. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have to talk about it because I don't trust. Like I said, I don't trust this shit.
He going with all America's basically top enemies. I think you're trying to get the government's attention so you can finally say, oh, look, I did this and the government tried to kill me or the government came and arrested me. They're trying to silence me. I think you're trying to poke the bear. And don't say you didn't hear that here first. Because I feel like that's what he's trying to do. That's to sum it all up. If you listen to the list, Vietnam, North Korea, all countries we got tension with, China, Japan, a lot of tensions we got, countries we got tension with. If he didn't have such prejudice against Arabs, he would be like, I'm going with Iraq. I'm going with Al Qaeda. I wouldn't be surprised if he started doing that next. Once he gets mad at Japan and in Asia. Once they not show up, we'll see.
But
it's gonna be
the
Putin
government
and
is trying
Russia
to bring
next.
back lockdowns, and if people go for that, but like I said, that's a war crime, and even those tactics are war crimes. That's called a political crime. That's actually the definition of terrorism, trying to incite somebody, whether it be through violence, threatening, or other forms of coercion for financial or political gains. like I said, that shit is literally the whenever the government lie to you in order to financially benefit off you or to politically benefit off you, that is the textbook motherfucking definition of terrorism. One of them is multiple. But whatchamacallit? Somebody saying, "Oh, my mama." That's a fact. Like I said, I don't know what y'all want me to say. That's the textbook definition. But I'm gonna share my screen right now. We're gonna go through these videos, but I'm gonna do a couple that I first wanna. This ain't even gonna be the military video yet. It's gonna be a couple of videos I just wanted to comment on. Jeez Louise. All right, now we first got this gentleman right here. I don't know who the fuck this is, but it say YSL defendant was pretending to be crazy in court so he could plead insanity. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I ain't been following none of that YSL shit. I ain't been following none of that. I don't, like I said, I'm not in the streets, and I handle high level shit. All my shit has been high level. This don't mean I don't got compassion or empathy for people that's been in the streets, but I ain't been in the streets. And when I do talk to the streets, it's gonna be follow orders or get the fuck out of my face. Period. Because like I said, I ain't got time for that. And nigga, if you're not of a certain age and you're not of a certain caliber and you're not of a certain athletic build and weightness, I don't even need disrespect for what the fuck I'm trying to build. Because my goal
Oh
is
shit, I ain't even see that in the chat. We got one. Bro, don't even embarrass yourself. Don't even embarrass yourself. Just go on about your business. Don't embarrass yourself. Because he did not get drugged. He did not get drugged. Not only did his story change a million times, who drugged him? Can you give me a definitive answer? No, just answer me this. Mr. Pharaoh for president. Can you give me a definitive answer on who drugged him? Who drugged him? Tell me who drugged him. Don't block him or nothing. Tell me who drugged him. Since he was drugged. Who drugged him? Yup, we'll wait. Don't worry, we'll wait. That's not what I asked you. It's not what I asked you. If you ain't going to answer the question, I'm going to let them block you. Because I'm allowing you to stay here and say what you want. Just answer the question. Who drugged him? I know the answer. Who drugged him? Talking about watch the same vids. Why block me? Because you coming in here on some bullshit. You think you're gonna say what you want but not answer the question? It don't work like that, bro. I'm allowing you to stay in my platform and say what you want and express how you feel. How am I biased? Who drugged him? You're being biased because you won't answer the fucking question. Who drugged him?
That's how you know you're a fan of him.
Yeah, this is how you know. You know it's some bullshit. That's how you know. That's how I know that you know deep down it's some bullshit because you won't even answer the question on who drugged him because you're too embarrassed. You never say anything good about God. You was a fan before he got drugged. No, I was never a fan. Never a fan. You never once heard me say I was a fan of young Pharaoh. I said I thought that he was a bright young man at first because I only seen a couple of his videos. I thought that the younger generation might have been in good hands because I only seen a couple of videos. But as I started to watch, I realized that he was a fucking moron. But you can't even answer the question, man. You about to get the fuck about my chat. That's how you know he was drugged. He was drugged. Who drugged him? Cricket. Why care? He's not a millionaire that can't pay his own rent. You bugging. You're bugging. Why not answer the question? Don't ask me questions and then don't answer mine when I ask you a question first. He got drugged by multiple people. Okay. Now, who were these multiple people? Huh? Who were these multiple people? That's what I'm saying. Who were these multiple people who drugged him? You can only get drugged by one person at a time. How many times was he drugged? You can only get drugged by one person at a time. Where everybody was just slipping something in his drink. They drugged his car that got Oh, wait. That wasn't Jimmy.
Jobs for everybody, and my number one advocate.
Harry Potter drugging.
I'm like I said, I'm running the banking show too. I'm running the show and all. I'm like I said, I'm
banking
show. I'm doing
show.
shows all around the world. I'm gonna have filming studios all around the world. But like I said, one of my yeah, they said them boys sacrificed them goats. I don't know, but one of my mottos is more wage value, increase the value of the wage, and decrease the.
You know how I know Japan and Korea won't fuck with him? Because they don't like American felons. And he's a felon. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Shout out to Walter, because I do remember Walter and a couple other people saying that in the chat. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Japan, Korea, China don't even like each other. He's supposed to one man, some nigga. You know, but think about it, Asians don't like niggas more than white folks.
It depends.
The older, not this generation, you know, not our generation, but them old school motherfuckers from that time.
No,
from the time of that time.
Yeah, folks were still like that.
Yeah, from that time of that time. They don't like us. You think them world leaders is gonna give you the only nigga Kim Jong-un is even given the time of day is Dennis Rodman.
And the only reason why I really strongly believe that the blacks are hated so much because it has to be the top leader has to be black. There's gotta be somebody somewhere that's like running this shit that's black, you know.
Mm. He said
He's the labor
hours. On a self-made millionaire.
More and work less. That means
I never see a millionaire
triples and doubles to pay bills. You will be able to.
I never see a millionaire claim he paid his rent in advance, but somehow, some way, still fall 2 months, 3 months behind.
And then why is he paying rent?
I never see a millionaire with $800 a month rent neither.
To work 2 to 3 hours to pay millionaire ever. And instead of somebody working a whole first shift, we can get 2 to 3 motherfuckers on the first shift. So 2 to 8 divided by 4 is 2. So that means we should be able to get
rent less than mine.
If not 4 people to split every one work shift. That'll give people more time off work. That'll give more people more time at home with their families, and it'll get more people, you know, jumping. So with that being said, and does that sound like a good idea to you, baby? Cool. So it's like I said, instead of people fighting over jobs, somebody said facts. I work 2 jobs. Like I said, I already got this whole blueprint. Like I said, if Japan came and knocked at my motherfucking door tomorrow, I'm already ready to give them the shit. The little bit of shit I gotta correct, I could do that shit on the laptop or wherever the fuck I'm at in the world. But as far as my banking construct, all that shit is ready to go. My dollars, everything, that shit is ready to go. But I said to say this.
I want y'all to picture this. A nigga that these countries have never heard of comes out of nowhere and says, here's my packets, pamphlets, law books, religious books. Distribute this to your people. Download my app and print my dollar. I don't even know how to unpack that. These are world leaders. Their decisions affect people's lives. And some random YouTube nigga comes out of nowhere and says, here's my books, law books, pamphlets, religious books. Here, print my dollar. Download my app. You need to do what I say. Come on, bro. No, nobody that can tell my community that he hopes that they get R-worded and murdered. And I dare you to lie and say that he never said that, because I have the video of him saying it. No one that told my community that he hoped that they get RAP, ED'd, and murdered can ever be my brother. You're bugging. And that's the man you're sticking up for. Never heard Pharaoh say that. Type it in on my channel. You'll find it. I'm not interrupting my show to prove a point to you, but you can gladly go on my channel, type that in on the search bar, and you'll find the video. It'll pop right up for you. And you'll clearly hear him say it in clear letters. I think I rewind it like 2 or 3 times so you hear it.
Yeah, imagine you a surgeon instead of working.
He said, black women, the black community, someone comes along, starts scraping y'all, murdering y'all up. I don't give a fuck. Those were his words, verbatim.
Working a 12-hour shift as a surgeon, you just get 3-4 motherfucking surgeons on one shift, and you go to work for 2-3 hours and come the fuck home.
No, he wasn't coming out of being drugs. This was like a month or 2 ago. He was drugged in 2021. We are going into 2024. Fuck you talking about? He said that coming out of being drugged. He said that a month and a half ago when he had that goddamn turban on.
And somebody else go to work for 2 to 3 hours and come the fuck home. And that's not going to really hurt you, because the value of the dollar is about to be so increased that working 2 to 3 hours would be the equivalent of if you worked a double at minimum. Because at minimum, my dollar is 150 times greater than the US dollar already coming out, based off my legal work and my build, as well as my martial arts school.
Your dollar has to be backed off of natural resources, not the way he said your martial arts school. When did he start that? Businesses that don't exist, and businesses, period. It has to be backed off a natural resource like gold, coffee, beans, stuff like that. A natural resource, gas, something like that. It can't be backed off of a martial arts school you haven't even started yet.
That minimum, my dollar is 150 times greater than the US dollar already coming out, based off my legal work and my build, as well as my martial arts school capabilities and all of my skills. So, and do
what? Tell me if that made sense to y'all.
That working 2 to 3 hours would be the equivalent of if you worked a double at minimum. Because at minimum, my dollar is 150 times greater than the US dollar already coming out, based off my legal work and my build, as well as my martial arts school capabilities and all of my skills. So, and do you agree with that? That sounds like a great idea.
Yes.
Yeah, right. More, you get paid more and you work less. So now motherfuckers could be outside. You could be with your family. You ain't got to worry about daycare or, like I said, because I feel like spending all that goddamn time away from the community, away from the home, is the reason that
Hold on, my bad, I missed it.
So increased that working 2 to 3 hours would be the equivalent of if you worked a double at minimum. Because at minimum, my dollar is 150 times greater than the US dollar already coming out based off my legal work and my build, as well as my martial arts school capabilities and all of my skills. So
he said, based off my bill and my legal work, see, this is how you know he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Money cannot be backed off of martial arts skills and legal work. And she's a fucking idiot for saying it. You said, what's wrong with saying what he's saying? Everything is wrong with saying what he's saying. Your money can't be backed off of, it has to be backed off a natural resource, a physical natural resource, gas, gold, diamonds, crops, things of that nature. It's impossible for money to be backed off of legal work, build, and martial arts skills. Because that's what the fuck he just said. Let me rewind it one more time so you hear it again. And the fact that you didn't find nothing crazy with that shit tells me the level of education you have.
that working 2 to 3 hours would be the equivalent of if you worked a double at minimum. Because at minimum, my dollar is 150 times greater than the US dollar already coming out based off my legal work and my build, as well as my martial arts school capabilities and all of my skills. So, and do you agree with that? That sounds like a great idea.
Yes.
Yeah, right. More, you get paid more and you work less. So now motherfuckers could be outside. You could be with your family. You ain't got to worry about daycare or, like I said, because I feel like spending all that goddamn time away from.
Now hold on. Let me show something real quick, because he said, I'm not going to play the video. I just want to show this goofy motherfucker where it is. The video is called Young Pharaoh Wishes Rape and Death on Black People. Just type that in. Young Pharaoh wishes rape and death on Black people. There you go, right there. I found it. I named the title. There you go. You don't believe he said it? Go on there and watch it. If you're still in the chat. But money can't be based off. This nigga said the money is based off of my dollar.
That sounds like a great idea. The dollar is 150 times greater than the US dollar already coming out based off my legal work and my build, as well as my martial arts school capabilities and all.
My martial arts school. He just said based off of my build and my martial arts capabilities. What? I thought he said martial arts capabilities. He said my martial arts. That's not even a word.
Work in my build, as well as my martial arts school capabilities and all of my skills.
My martial arts school capabilities. My legal work based off my dollar is going to be 100 times greater than the US dollar based off of my legal work and my martial arts school capabilities. That's what he said his dollar is going to be based off of. You know what Japan and China and Korea is going to tell him when he says this? Get out. Hang out, Bing Dao. Get out. Bing out, Bing Dao. Get out. Right now. You dishonor us by bringing us this bullshit. You dishonor my family for bringing us this bullshit. New phone, who this? Facts. That's exactly what they're going to say. New phone, who this?
50 times dollar greater than the US dollar already coming out based off my legal work and my build as well as my martial arts school capabilities. And
I tried to talk to him. Everybody tried to talk to him in the beginning. And you know what he told us? Fuck you. We don't know what we talking about. He called me a whore. He told me I was going to get shot. Talking about talk to him. See that, y'all, I can tell you wasn't here from the beginning.
and all of my skills. So, and do you agree with that? That sounds like a great idea.
There's no talking to a man who...
Yeah, right. More, you get paid more and you work less. So now motherfuckers could be outside. You could be with your family. You ain't got to worry about daycare or, like I said, because I feel like spending all that goddamn time away from the community, away from the home, is the reason the children is in danger and the homes is fucked up in the first place. Because ain't nobody goddamn home. Okay, so like I said, I already got my shit ready to go. And not only am I calculating shit, I came up with my own inventions. I have 3 inventions. I continue to say this. One of them I'm not gonna repeat again. But like I said, nigga, watch it.
Repeat again. You've never told us what any of those inventions are. Oh, you said a legal calculator. Whatever the fuck that is.
My law library that I'm building will calculate my true value. Ain't nobody gonna lie to me about my motherfucking value. Because not only have I
my law library, which is the legal calculator, is going to calculate his truth. Whatever the fuck that means. I don't even know what that means.
Already calculated. We're gonna double check that shit with Japan and with artificial intelligence. Because you ain't gonna you're not about to tell me I'm not worth more than the US. Because to be honest, I don't know how the fuck the US even making this money, because ain't nobody over here doing shit. And all of the motherfuckers.
The nigga said he's worth more than the whole country. Now he worth more than the whole country.
Motherfuckers that's making money, the police is harassing us and taking us to jail or trying to rob us, as you can see. So outside of motherfuckers if you getting money in America, they pulling you over and wilding and trying to impound your shit every chance they get, or they wilding on you. They don't give a fuck if you a doctor or a rapper or whoever. It's like they see a flashy car or a flashy chain, they over here trying to rob. So outside the motherfuckers trying to rob and steal in its own country, the only motherfuckers I see over here getting money is human traffickers and motherfuckers like that. So like I said, that's what you call undocumented pay. That's not documented pay. So I don't know how the fuck, when we talking about clean money that don't gotta be money laundered, I don't know how the fuck America is number one, because I don't know what the fuck over here is selling. Like I said, I live over here. I compete in financial market. I could go to Wall Street right now and shut it down. So I said that to say I don't know how the fuck they making their money over here clean to where they number one. Like I said, keep it real. I ain't no hater. Somebody said right, fact. Like I said, I ain't no hater, and me personally, I don't never want my daughter to be a prostitute, ever. I never want my daughter to be a prostitute, and shit, damn sure. Like I said, ain't nobody pimping my baby, but motherfucking, like I said, sometimes you ain't got no choice. Sometimes you ain't got no choice, and if you somebody that ain't had no choice, I ain't judging you. I was in the streets when I was a kid. I did shit. I ain't had no choice. But if you got a choice, and you choosing not to work to go be a prostitute, I'm gonna look at you, or I mean, like you choose, like I said, I'm gonna look at you funny. But outside of that, hell no. You're not about to tell me America is the number one uh producer. Because outside of holidays, like I said, I'm not no hater, but I'm just keeping it real. Outside of holidays, when the fuck do America? What the fuck does America produce domestically besides? I don't know. I don't fucking know. To be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck get produced over here domestically. Because we don't know. We don't, like I said, all of this shit that make money over here is questionable. Well, what? Fast food restaurants? We don't even know what the fuck is in that. We don't even know what the fuck kind of meat that is. And I'll be letting y'all know right now, that be the meat, that be actual meat of kidnap victims. They just dispose of the bodies in the meat industry. So I don't think we really.
God. You know this is slander against the food industries, nigga. You barking up so many trees with conspiracies. gotta, gotta, gotta write a poem about that shit. Sweeter, sweeter, sweeter. He's barking up so many trees with conspiracies. Sweeter, sweeter, sweeter. Ain't that how they be in them live poem sessions? Oh my God, nigga, what is going on in your brain?
We counting that money. We ain't counting that. Nightclubs, niggas is fighting and shooting in those, so those ain't really going up. What else? Like I said, besides human trafficking, and prison and jail is a form of human trafficking. Besides using the government to human traffic motherfuckers, I don't know how this country make money. I don't know how this motherfucking country make money. Like I said, I don't know how this motherfucker make money.
Here
And
you
if
can
the
pay
shit is
YouTube
making
he
money,
can't pay his rent.
it ain't being properly documented. Like I said, it ain't being properly documented. That's all I'm gonna say. This shit ain't being properly documented. But in the meantime, between time, like I said, I'm building my own nation. I'm doing me. I know exactly who the fuck I'm working with. Blacks and Asians, I already know who the fuck I'm working with. I already know who the fuck I'm working with. And niggas could look me up. Niggas could, like I said, niggas could.
She flip-flopping, nigga. You just told us that all we do is lie, steal, cheat, and betray. And now you working with blacks and Asians. You flip-flopping, my man. You're fucking confusing. Stay on one, stay in the lane, pick a lane and stay in it, nigga. You keep zooming in and out of these lanes. Like 1 minute you hate us, 1 minute you love us. 1 minute is fuck black people. I don't trust y'all niggas. I'm only fucking with the Asians. By the end of the goddamn rant or the end of the conversation, I'm only working with blacks and Asians. Nigga, what?
Just could look me up. I don't got nothing to hide, nigga. I'm from off the street. I ain't been in the street since I was 17, but nigga, my name run through the streets. Nigga, my name run through the bloods. I can name real bloods. I've been around real bloods and throw up a real hand and really get you whacked. Like I said, I
stop lying, nigga. We already. Oh, see, when a nigga does shit where you lie for no reason, I just expose you for lying about a murder. I've already exposed you throughout the year lying about this gang persona that you got in Buffalo when we got the voice of when King World interviewed real gangsters from Buffalo. Those name brand niggas that he said he pressed, none of them know him. None of them have no clue that this man even exists. And he only talks shit about him and claims all this gang shit because he knows that the gangs and shit don't watch this. They have no clue that he's saying all this shit. Well, now they do because he can't go back. But they had no clue. But now at this point, he might as well keep going with it because they already know. And they already told him he can't come back.
I grew up in the streets for real. I'm not no motherfucking industry plant. I ain't no government plant. I ain't none of that. Like I said, nigga, I name real bloods. Nigga,
I don't know. You was talking about the CIA, and I'm gonna get the FBI to do this. You would have to be a government plant to have claimed that the FBI, you getting the FBI to kick in your door, and the FBI said I can arrest police officers, and the FBI said I can do this, and the white man said I can do that. You were saying that all through last year, trying to piss the black community off. It didn't work. We laughed at you. And then when that stopped working, I'm going with China, Asia.
My name will go up the chain of command. Nigga, I can start naming real homies, like I said. But I said to say this. All the years I've been in the streets, even to me converting to being a healthy man, nigga, I have never seen nobody make more money than me. In the streets or legitimately. So I don't know how the fuck niggas is. Like I said, if I ain't never seen you get more money, if I ain't never stood in the same room with a man, tell me this and tell me if I'm capping. My entire life, I ain't never stood in a room with a man that legally or illegally at the time I was doing what I was doing, whatever, made more money than me. How the fuck is the United States of America?
You said you did a song with Jada Kiss. It's one man that has more money than you. Shit, I got more money than you right now. You broke than a motherfucker. What the fuck is you talking about? That UFC fighter. He got more money than you. Everybody got more money than you right now.
Number one.
Anybody that's able to pay their rent got more money than you right now.
Thanks.
Because I don't know nobody in the street. Like I said, I'm not even going to count illegally. I'm going to just say.
But that's where I'm going to stop this video at. Y'all, I got to get ready for work. He said he made hella cash. No, he scammed for hella cash. Let's not forget that. And I have the proof and the documentation of that too. But that's another day, another time. But that's where I'm going to stop this video at. I'm going to come back tomorrow morning to do a part 2 to this shit because it seems like it was a good live. I don't like the way this looks. I got to get ready for work, but I'm going to come back and do a part 2 to this live. The guy who got the troll account, Pharaoh for president. I hope you come back tomorrow. But shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. Like I said, every live stream is y'all who make these lives lit. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure it's on all so you can be alerted and notified whenever I drop this heat. It's your boy, the one and only Brenda's baby, Remiel Ma'at. You were just tuned into Ma'at TV. They fell for president. You better be careful there, little buddy.